into the Suikoden news. I understand that like playing this like 40 to 50 to 60, depending on how long you take, hour game is not the best way to introduce people if you know you're adults and don't have time, and that's okay. Because, my friends, we are getting a Suikoden anime. It will cover the story of Suikoden 2. What Suikoden 1 is getting, we'll get to that in a minute. But we're going to get an anime covering the Suikoden 2 story, which is fantastic. Honestly, any of the games have a great story for anime. I have some stills here that Konami has shared with to look at the style, and it looks so good. I think it's funny that I picked two shots that don't have the main characters in it at all. Well, the two like focus main characters at all, but I wanted to get as many characters in as possible, and all of them are like single shots. But we have at the top we have a group of the heroes like in your army led by one of my favorite boys, Flick. He is fantastic, and I will be good and not go off. And then at the bottom we have some of the villains that they encounter. I don't remember all three of them being in the same place at the same time, but I also have a very spotty memory, so like don't quote me on like composition and stuff. Okay. All you need to know is that Suikoden 2 is getting an anime. We don't have a release date for it yet. We do have a couple of the people that are going to be working on it. We have Ryo Hino as the producer and production manager. The only thing I could find for a Ryo Hino is a boxer, a Japanese boxer, so maybe it's the same person. I couldn't find a lot, but cool. The director, though, is the great Yuzo Sato. And if that name is not familiar, that's okay. You have watched something he's done. He has been in the animation industry for a long time. He worked on Pokemon the first movie. He did the key art for that. He's done a lot of storyboarding for Attack on Titan. He's done a lot of storyboard stuff for Hellsing. Like, he has some accolades. And so I'm very excited to see what he's going to do, especially since any of the Suikoden games have such a heavy story mixed in with some nice comedy moments. So, yay! Are you guys gonna watch it when it comes out?
I'll give it a shot.
Huh?
It is coming out in America?
We don't have any information on like releases or anything like that. It was just literally, hey, we're getting this.
Gotcha.
Which
I mean, you sent it to me. I will give it a shot.
Yeah.
Turns out I don't hate all animes, just most of them.
Every time she talks about Suikoden, we just like, there she goes.
Kick back.
Watch her go.
Oh, I was busy taking selfies with Rizzo.
I will say, like,
I wasn't kidding.
With Suikoden, one of the things that's a big draw to it and will be very exciting to see animated is the fact that it's very much like the base story can always be like summarized down to, here is tyrannical government. Here is army that doesn't want that. Or here is a group of people that don't want that have created an army to take over and, like, reestablish, like, an actual government. And I love that.
Has there ever been a time that you're able to do back-to-back Suikoden stories?
No, and I love it.
Nope. Much less all three of your stories to be Suikoden.
In the chat, Suikoden David being like, we need a podcast just for Suikoden. I'm like,
will
Cora
admit,
would not have to study.
I kind of do want to watch this anime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I do.
Give it a shot.
Like, I'm not even going to lie. I want to see the anime.
Most of what's been keeping me from playing Suikoden is, like, I literally don't have a console that could.
Yeah, and with this, we have, it's on every console now, which it's on PS5, it's on Switch, it's on Steam. There we go. That's the one I was missing.
This is going to be a clip out here.
I mean, I'm not sure.
I seem to remember you finding a copy of
oh, yeah.
I remember
we
that.
went to a video game store here locally.
No. Well, I found a copy of Suikoden 2 there. I can't afford that.
Yeah. I could just see it in her head. She's like wondering, like, what she's willing to do to buy this game.
It's like, I've already given up meat for Lent. What if I give up food for a year?
Like, feet make a lot of money on OnlyFans.
I mean,
Yeah, but you have to work on your branding and stuff. It's complicated.
I was
I
able
could
to
see,
find.
I could see the gears just turning.
I was able to find a copy of Suikoden 1 at a retro expo, which the same retro expo I found Tear Crease at too.
Nice.
Oh, that was the one. Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
got
I think I found those in the same trip too.
that was amazing to watch. Like, I'm glad I actually got that on camera. It was at Retro Expo, and it was like the look on her face when she ran. I'm like, what the hell did she just
It
run
was
across?
on a D&D day too, because I remember like that
Oh, yeah, we
afternoon
went to
showing
before.
up, but it was like, you're, guess what?
So I mean, if you have a PS2, if you don't have a PS2, I have a PS2 you can borrow, and a memory card you can borrow, and a game you can borrow, and controls, everything. I have the whole gambit. So if you wanted to play Suikoden 1.
I want to try it for sure.
It
I
was
want to see
amazing
the
to
anime.
watch.
I can see the anime getting me into the game.
Yeah, there is an anime opening for 1 and 2, or not 1 and 2, 2 and 3. I can show those to you after